Welcome back to the Virtual America's Food and Beverage Show. Our next session is Exporting Your Products and Services for Florida Companies in Brazil, featuring Fabio Yamada, the Managing Director for Enterprise Florida in Brazil, and Mariana Falkenberg, Senior Manager, International Business Development, Enterprise Florida, Brazil. Then we will have a session followed by how to market and sell your food and beverage products in Brazil, featuring Nicholas Rubio, Director of the U.S. Agricultural Trade Office. And then we will end with cases for U.S. food franchises in Brazil with Renato Sabaini, Marketing Specialist at the U.S. Department of Commerce based in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So with no further ado, I'm going to hand it over to you, Fabio.
Hi, Ivan. Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And hello, everyone. Well, as Ivan said, my name is Fabio Yamada. I'm the Director of the Enterprise Florida office here in Sao Paulo. We have been working for the state of Florida for the past 10 years. We started in 2010. Our office is based in Sao Paulo on top of Morumbi Shopping Mall. It's a business location, and so we welcome any Floridian company that wants to pay us a visit. So Enterprise Florida has been in Brazil for the past at least 25 years. So we have been very busy assisting Floridian companies doing business here. And we are considered by Enterprise Florida as a full service office. That means that we have a full menu of services to companies that are interested in learning more about Brazil. And by any chance, before I start, this is the place where we are in. We are like 2 blocks away from the US consulate where Nicholas and Renato sit. So the location is just perfect. We're like 15 minutes from the domestic airport. Basically, I want to share with you what we do for Floridian companies. So we are, let's say, a center of information. So eventually, if you are interested in learning about regulatory issues, how to register a product, if you need support in customs clearance, we'll be here to assist you. But we are very strong in market entry strategies and in providing advice. We have been doing consulting for 20 years for more than 16 different American states here in Brazil. And we have already assisted more than 5,000 companies along the 20 past years. We also work with investigating action plans that companies put up, and we support these companies in the implementation, eventually looking for local staff to support them. We do market research, we do partner searches, we do matchmaking. And with the event of COVID, with the unfortunate event of COVID, we are doing also virtual trade missions, and we are doing virtual trade show participation. So stay tuned, because the state of Florida is pretty active. And in the first semester of 2021, we are going to do an international virtual trade show and then we invite Floridian companies to join us. Another strength in our portfolio is the attraction of Brazilian companies to Florida. So we're pretty active in working with companies of different sizes here in Brazil and in providing assistance if they are interested in entering the US market via Florida. So we provide full service, we roll the red carpet to these companies so that they're welcome in Florida to do business in North America. And the next slide, please. So in this slide, I want to share with you some brief statistics that I think are relevant. So the territory of Brazil is equivalent to the US, to the continental US. Our population is located on the shore, and you can see on the red regions in this map where you have the largest concentration of population. We are 210 million people. Most of these populations spread along the coast and in big cities. So what means that for distribution? That means that distribution won't be that difficult because we can reach out to the majority of the population from the coastal areas. And then I have another topic that's very interesting because it displays the distribution of age of the Brazilian population. So you see it's a young population with people very active. So most of them concentrated in the bracket ages of 10 years old up to, let's say, 55 years old. So, and that's the big consumption of American products. So in the next slide, I present, next slide please, Andy. I present the statistics, and we consider Florida as the #1 trade partner in the US with Brazil. So for Florida, Brazil is near China. So we're pretty active in terms of trade. So far this year, we have accumulated approximately, that was $10 billion in trade. That's up to July. So very likely now it must be around $15 billion. Next slide, please. So in this slide, I just want to share with you some of the areas of opportunity that we see in Brazil. COVID has, of course, negatively impacted the economy worldwide. But in the case of Brazil, e-commerce and other industries, they have shown a strong growth in the past eight months. So e-commerce is a good example. So we had an increase of 120%, 27% in e-commerce. This just demonstrates the strength of this industry, and it's very much, let's say, related to food and beverage. So that explains a little bit how excited we are within the industry as well as other industries in Brazil. So we expect that the Brazilian DGP to decline this year around 5%. The impact is reduced by the fact that Brazil is a major exporter of commodities, and this sector is booming. So it's a very interesting economy. Brazil is like the 9th largest economy in the world. And we are in São Paulo, Brazil, to assist companies that are interested in learning more about the Brazilian market. So last slide, please, Andy. So these are my contact information. Mariana's emails is listed here as well as her cell phone. And this is a picture of our office where we welcome international companies to spend a few hours or eventually a few days, if they're interested, in the Brazilian market. So thank you all. And I pass the presentation to Nicholas, who is going to talk about agriculture in Brazil and the potential for food and beverage in this country. Thank you all. Nicholas?